Oh my god. I'm surprised I still remember how to stream. Oh, let me bring the music back. Oh my god. um, so yes, there's been a lot going on. Shit, why is that? Hang on. Let me just turn that down a smidge. I don't want it to overpower my voice. It should be fine now. Oh my god. Y'all, it's been so long. It's... Sorry about that noise. I have so much to tell you about what happened while I was away. Yeah, so... It's been... Oh my gosh, like 7 months? 7 months, yeah, I believe. So... Yep. I hope y'all didn't miss me that much. Oh my gosh. It's so nice to see you, Sai. I will explain about the crashing in the background. I will tell you all what's going on in just a moment. It's been a long time. It's been a while. So, why don't I start with the good? So, about... Thank you. Thank you so much. So why don't I start with the good? So... I've just been working a lot. I've been doing a lot of, you know, growth, saving money. You know, this is the first time I've lived without my parents, or like, you know, in human civilization. So I'm just trying to figure out how to, you know, function on my own and, you know, just how to be an adult, even though I'm over 300 years old, but you know what I mean. But so I'll start with the good. So I don't believe I've mentioned this, but in the middle of May, I adopted a kitten, and that's what that crashing noise is, if you can hear it. She is chaotic. She just a minute ago, she was climbing the curtains. So if you hear me like fussing with something, that's her. Because if I don't let her into the streaming room, she'll just sit out in the hallway and scream. Because she's very clingy. But if any of you have had cats, you know how it is. Hello, everybody coming in. Hello, Goku, Sai, Tubular, Levi. Thank you all for showing up. I was so nervous that I would basically be streaming to a dead chat, but you know, that's just how it was when I first started. Yeah. Oh. But so I do want to stream more. What else had happened? I'm trying to think what else happened. It's been so long. It's been 7 months. So just bear with me. I will get a little sad right now, just giving you all a heads up. So, I don't mean for my mom. I don't mean to look that sad. It's really no big deal. I am doing great. Thank you so much. You know, it's really funny. There's this option in the chat where I can see who the most active chatter is. It's really funny. So, whoever is number one by the end of the stream, it gets kisses. So, yeah, I will get a little sad here for a moment, and I will tell you all what was going on. So, I'm not looking at the chat on YouTube's side, I am looking at it on my side through your Streamlabs, so yeah, I can see a lot. But anyway, so I will tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you all. So towards the end of December, I was not feeling so great. And I'm sure y'all have noticed this pattern with me where it's like I'm either streaming a lot or not at all. And so there was a time where I was streaming basically every single day, and you know, I was not getting sleep. I was kind of all over the place, and I guess moving out kind of exacerbated these symptoms I've been showing for a very long time. And I mentioned it to my doctor, and I told him I was very concerned about what was going on. And even people close to me, they were saying, you don't seem like yourself, like what's going on? And so I went to my doctor. Oh, there's a bit of a lag. I went to my doctor and I described what I was feeling to him, and I was diagnosed with bipolar depression, bipolar 2 specifically. And you know, it's a hard diagnosis to get, but it all makes sense. Everything that I've experienced, it makes sense. And that's kind of why I was quiet, why I wasn't really showing up to things, because the treatment was difficult. And I was having issues with my insurance, not wanting to cover what my doctor wanted me on. So I tried different kinds of meds, and one med made me so sick that I ended up in the hospital because of just how ill I got from that specific med. And I've been on a different kind of med, different drug class, and it's been working so far, but there are some side effects that I'm still experiencing. It's not severe, and I do notice my moods are more stable, and I do feel stable enough to stream again. But so yeah, it is definitely a matter of trial and error, and I'm saying this as somebody who works in the field of medicine, and yeah, it is. And I'm very grateful that I have such a strong support system and that I have people who are understanding. And that's also why I adopted a kitten who is currently wreaking havoc inside the office, but you know, it's worth it. It was worth it. Yeah, she's been great. Even when she just completely climbed up the curtains. She's very athletic. You know, I should, I don't know. She could be the channel mascot. She's very pretty. She's a black and white tuxedo cat. Yeah. I wish y'all could see what she's doing now. Very cute. Thank you. Oh, she is actually a very pretty cat. She has like symmetrical markings on her face, except for this one black spot to the left of her nose. It's like a little beauty mark. I'm obsessed with it. And she has mittens, and the tip of her tail is white. Yeah. By the way, can y'all hear the music? I hope it's okay. Oh my god, she just walked across my computer. I kind of like this music. It's like old school emo. And yes, it is safe for YouTube, I did check. Yeah. This is like similar to the stuff I listen to on my own. Obviously, I can't play the stuff I really listen to on stream because I will get bonked, but yeah. Come on, don't chew on that. He's just staring at me. She's like, how dare you take away my cord? Yeah, yeah, I listen to everything, really. I'm not picky. Yeah. I don't think she's teething right now. She was for a while, and it was horrible. But and the vet said, like, when they looked at her teeth, that she still had all her baby teeth, but that was about a month ago. I ate right before I got on stream. That's why I was a little late. But am I ever on time for anything? Well, also, like, I just come back from work and traffic was abysmal, like it always is. Because they decided 8 o'clock is a good time to tear up the roads. It's like something with this like major like project they have going on, because all the roads in the area around me are torn up. And it's like ruining my tires. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't believe she's teething right now because kitten teeth tend to be really sharp. And her teeth aren't as like long as they were. So I think she lost some of them. Also, she's not biting the shit out of my legs like she was. She's just crazy. But yeah, so how's everybody been? Like, really? Like, what have you been eating? Yeah, they do. I think they just like the feeling of it. Oh, it's croaking good right now. It's been croaking good. But but oh yeah, another thing I want to do, well, I have so many expenses. Good, good. Good. I don't believe I've had Hot Pockets in, oh shit, sorry, that's my phone. I don't believe I've had Hot Pockets in a hot minute. It's been, yeah. I definitely haven't had them in so long. Oh god, yeah, that noise. I haven't, it is not great. I'm very grateful I have a job at least. Yeah. Yeah, I know so many people who are having a tough time with it. And unfortunately, it's probably going to get even rougher with all these breaks and cuts that are happening right now with the government, especially because I actually know people have lost their jobs because of the cut in government spending. That was also part of the reason why I took a hiatus, was because just everything that was going on in the world and everything that was, you know, happening, and it's really easy to kind of feel down on yourself, and you know, I was just kind of feeling I was in a place where I didn't feel very comfortable, and I felt very guilty that I couldn't do more, that I was sitting here and just like couldn't couldn't do anything really besides just work and keep my head down. But, you know, I mean, things haven't changed a whole lot. The orange Cheeto's still in power. He's still stupid, and you know, it is. Pet pats are okay. I think some of you all might be behind, just saying. Just make sure you... But, yeah, it is kind of a joke right now. That's why I just, like... I know this is horrible to say, but I don't watch the news anymore. I just can't anymore. And I don't really look at my social media too often. But I've just been, you know, trying to make it, you know, just trying to make every day, make it through every day, you know. But yeah, enough of this depressing talk anyway, so I wanna know what's, like, I wanna know what's what now. You know, I've been isolating myself from the internet, and what anime have y'all been watching? And like, what video games have y'all been playing? I'd like to want to know, like, what you all been into right lately. Because the last anime I watched was Jujutsu Kaisen, and I really liked it. I thought it was fun. Also, I've been... Nice. That's tough. That's tough to do. That Platinum Dark Souls, that's actually pretty impressive. I want to know how many hours that took. But yeah, I watched Jujutsu Kaisen. Ah. I never got into Guilty Gear. I need to, like, stay on top of what's popular again. I was, like, really on top of it, like, maybe back in the early 2010s. Yeah. One of my good friends is really into Chainsaw Man. Ah. Interesting. Oh, wow. Ooh, you know what game I got hooked on playing? This is so random. Did y'all ever hear of that Blueprints game? Yeah. Yeah. yeah, I put a lot of hours into blueprints. Oh, it's so much fun. It's like it's pretty hard. It's a pretty hard game, you know? I had I had a tough time with it. It's a very unique game, you know? I haven't really seen a game like that. What else have I been playing? Oh, I got into Yakuza. Yakuza is so much fun. Yeah, it is kind of a puzzle game. But I've been having such a good time with Yakuza. I've been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. The one with Ichiban. I've been playing that one, the one that was Yakuza 7, I believe. Yakuza 7, the 7th one. There's so many good ones. Oh, wait, I know. I've been lost. I'm such a fool. I love Baka Mitai. I've been a fool. Y'all, should I like do a cover of that song? It's so good. Hang on, I'm stuck. I'm kind of... Sorry. Will you really? Yeah. You know, I watched the Devil May Cry anime and I liked it. I like the Devil May Cry anime. I don't care if people hated it. I liked it. I thought it was great. I just watched it because I heard Dick Cheney was in it. And it was very like 2000s. Also, if somebody wants to draw like degenerate art of me and Dante, I'd be 100% for that. Oh, Dick Cheney. Lady's hot. Lady is very hot. Dick Cheney, he was the former vice president. Yes. Write your fanfics right now. Fanfics right now, boys. Bam, bam, bam. Pull my devil trigger. I, weirdly enough, I've never actually played the Devil May Cry games. Oh God, actually, feel free to write. Feel free to write me and Dick Cheney fics as well. Because you know what, that'd be hilarious, and I would read them. The Devil May Cry games are just, they're too hard for me. Y'all need to like know something about me is I'm actually not that great at games. Like, of course, it's something to do with like streaming games. I'm better when I'm playing by myself, but I am absolutely awful when I stream games. Like, absolutely terrible. Oh, yeah. Well, wasn't last year the year of Luigi too? I think it's because, you know, as a VTuber, like part of my shtick is I have to be entertaining as well as like playing the game. And it's kind of hard to do both at the same time. No, nothing can be as embarrassing as when it took me, oh God, I can't even remember how long it took me. It was an embarrassing amount of time. When I was playing Tomb Raider and it took me so long to figure out that like one puzzle in the beginning, that one like physics puzzle in the very beginning, and I was like, this is so embarrassing. This is like DSP levels of stupid. Huh. Maybe. I feel like... No, don't clip that. That was like one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done on stream. That was like the most brain rotted I've ever been. Look him up. He basically, DSP is the reason for all the yellow paint in the games. Hello, dead man. Hello. It's been... Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is that like a thing with game reviewers where game journalists are like bad at, actually really bad at games? Like, is that a thing? Because I like thought it was a joke, but I'm not sure if there's like some truth in it. Hmm. So, so. Ah. That's so funny. Ooh, fries. That's really funny. Are there any like game reviewers that actually like video games? I need to watch that. I need to watch that. That sounds hilarious. Aha. That makes sense. But have you like ever watched Zero Punctuation? I think that's what he was called, or Yahtzee reviews. Like, he's been doing it for a very long time, hasn't he? Like, he's that guy who's like super critical of a lot of games. But there's some games I agree with him. Like, I agree with him on a lot of games. Like, no, no, no. Super critical, Charlie. I don't know what to think of Charlie, really. I think he's like one of the least offensive of like the what I call like the reaction tubers. There are just like ones that I'm just like, you're just like straight up stealing people's content. Like, who is it? Who is it? Oh, this. Yeah, I would say Charlie is probably the least offensive of that genre of YouTubers. I'd say the most offensive, though. The most offensive is my Roach King Asmongold. This is my impression of Asmongold. This is my impression of Asmongold. Yep. Based. Yep. Yep. I did watch one of his clips because he like reacted to the Love in Deep Space, which is that like that interactive otome game for the mobile. It's like a gacha game. And I saw him like react to it and review it. It sounded like he was more mad that he couldn't play as a guy than he was of the fact that it actually just existed. It's like I know what you are. Yes, Love in Deep Space. My vice, that's probably as close I will ever get to a man in my life. As you see, I can't drain him. A virtual man. I can't. Like, it's all safe here. Isn't that basically like... Yeah. Oh, trust me. You don't want to look like the chocolate lady from SpongeBob, because that's what you'll look like at the end of that. I don't know. I feel like reaction content isn't terrible when it's done in moderation. Like if there's something else to it besides like just react and saying like nice based like yes. Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad if they came up with a yaoi version of Love in Deep Space, like a spin-off where you could play as a guy. I might even play it anyway. I know there is a yaoi gacha game though. Oh yeah. If they're already funny, then it's good. And reaction content is funny. Oh, the yaoi gacha game, it's called New Carnival. NU Carnival. Unfortunately, I feel like if I install any more... Yeah. Yeah. I'd probably play that. I played some filthy yaoi before, and it's good stuff. I need to yaoi pill my audience more, honestly. It's because I'm order. There's only like 5 love interests in Love in Deep Space, though, because I guess they want to focus on developing the love interests before they introduce more. I think there's supposed to be a 6th one coming out soon. Maybe I can play some of the yaoi games on my Fansly. I need to use that Fansly account. I just like, especially now that I don't live with my parents, I can do more sus stuff, you know? Silas, yeah. Silas isn't actually... Silas isn't actually my husband. Wait. Have I ever showed you feet? I think there's a reason for that. I think it's because, and I had a friend explain this to me once, it's because a lot of men would rather look at an attractive female character than some guy's ass. Like a lot of straight guys, actually. At least that's what I've heard. Oh yeah, feet. Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, demonetization, fast run, speed run. And speed running getting banned. Hello. Those are my stompies. What do y'all think? I think I'm due for a pedicure. And yes, they are. They are bare feet, bare hooves. Eden lore revealed. Eden lore revealed I don't wear shoes. Yeah. They are hooves. Maybe if you're good enough. Those are my... I don't want to get boinked. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't gotten my account suspended yet. Boink. I showed titty for 3 seconds. Oh, that would actually be a good question for you all. So feet, thigh, or titty? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Hands or feet? I think feet get an unfortunate rep. Did y'all know that the reason why foot fetishes exist is because the area that like recognizes feet is next to the brain that like recognizes genitals? I actually don't really know what I'm talking about. Somebody very wise once said, when you come out as bisexual, you're either weird about armpits or you're weird about feet. Quentin Tarantino, come get your people. Hiccups are just like spasms of the diaphragm. Yeah, you can actually honestly though, I'm not here to kink shame. People can like whatever they like as long as it's all between consenting adults, you know? Honestly, I don't really care what people are into. This stuff is the reason why I can consider myself like a borderline lewd tuber. Like these conversations. Thank you. I like my no. Am I wholesome? Yeah. Yeah. It's actually it's all natural, or as I like to tell myself. I used to be brunette though. But I don't know, my hair just turned pink one day and I'm not quite sure why. It sometimes does, but it's not that bad. I try to keep my horns in good shape too, so I try to keep my horns in good shape so they don't tend to get caught on things. But I don't know if you can tell, but on one side it's actually shaved. So, and while the other side is long. But I don't know. I just like I shaved my one side of my head one day, and I've been keeping it that way since. It was a popular hairstyle back in 2011, I believe. And I just thought it looked really cool, so I tried it and I ended up keeping it. It sometimes gets tangled, but you know, I try to take care of myself. Corn pulling? What do you mean by that? That is... I don't know, what do you think? What do you think? There actually isn't any feeling in them because they're essentially made of the same stuff that fingernails are made out of. So they're made out of keratin, like hardened keratin. So there's no like nerve endings in them. But you know, I can't say anything about the base of them. But I don't know, you can still grip onto them. They're like bicycle handles, you know? It's just something to grab onto. There is something that I have that's quite sensitive, but that might be a topic for another time. No comment. No comment. So, one thing I hope y'all did while I was gone was I hope you supported other VTubers. I hope y'all they just stay on. They're like goat horns. There's nothing really seasonal about them, they just kind of stay there. But the thing is, they do keep growing and growing. Because like I said, they're kind of like fingernails. So I do have to shape them and file them down. Otherwise, they'll get too long. And it's just not comfortable. They do get heavy too if they're too big. Yeah, they're more like goat horns than anything. But they're pretty tough. They're pretty tough. I will tell y'all something, but in the past, there have been people who've hunted these horns and have taken them from me before. It used to be that whoever could manage to take a devil's horns It was a sign of a strong hunter. So it's almost like a trophy to some people. And anytime a devil has her horns stolen, it's considered a great violation. And it can be kind of traumatic too. So just keep in mind that some devils can be quite sensitive about having them touched. For me, I don't mind. I'm very open to it, but yeah, just be mindful about that. But you know, hunters always see their prey as something to be to be owned, you know, something to be controlled. And taking a devil's horns is a sign of that you've tamed them, that you officially own them. So that's why they're considered a great source of pride for devils. That's why we try to take care of them. They do occasionally break off, though. Sometimes when we fight each other, they do tend to get broken off, you know, we butt heads. Rat tamer? You think I'm bratty? I can be bratty if you want. Yeah, that's funny. I've been called so many things. I've been called mommy. I've been called goddess. I've been called I've been called man. My acting abilities are second to none. That's another thing I want to do. I want to do more voice acting streams. I do really enjoy voice acting. Huh. Maybe. You can call me Oshi. Oshi is a good name. Oshi. I love creepypastas. I love creepypastas. Do y'all have any good creepypasta recommendations, by the way? I've read a lot of classics, but I'm always Yoshi. I like that. I've read like a lot of the classics, but you know, I'm always looking for more to read. What? Whoa. I should read more recent ones. Did any of you watch that Channel Zero show that they had on the Sci-Fi Channel? It was like where they adapted creepypastas into a TV show. It was, oh yeah. It was that one with the tooth monster. The tooth monster. That show had such vivid imagery. It's like stuck in my head. Like that show's imagery was stuck. It's just like so powerful. Yeah. It was the monster made of teeth. It's just like, have you ever seen something like so horrific that whatever imagery you see just like stick with you? It's like something, it's like that show has stuck with me for so long. I'm trying to think, what was another movie that has such powerful imagery? Did you all ever see that movie, like Mungo? Like, that movie is one of the scariest things I've ever watched. Not because of like anything like super in your face. It's more of like, that movie was just like so creepy. Because that could have just been like anybody that you know, somebody who just like had her secrets and who just like disappears, and she takes those secrets with her. But there's like one part of that movie where that moment is so powerful, it like sticks in your head because of just like the existential dread it gives you. It's good stuff. We should talk scary movies sometime. I love horror films. I really do. Go watch it. Oh, excuse me. Go watch it. It's very good. Yeah, I heard that's a tough one to watch. another one I really liked. I saw. You know, a movie I haven't seen, I really should watch it, is Mulholland Drive. Because I love David Lynch films, and I love Twin Peaks, and I don't know, I was just so saddened when he passed. It just like felt like such a big loss. Like somebody whose imagination was that brilliant. And he is also somebody I really looked up to as an artist. I want to be the David Lynch of VTubers. That's like something I aspire to be, but I feel like I can't get to his level. I don't know. It's like I have all these artists I look up to, and I know they're just like regular people, but it's like I feel like I'll never be at their level. It's almost, I know that's terrible because I feel like in a way that's like limiting myself as an artist, but at the same time it's like at the same time it's like, yeah, it feels so close yet so far. It's like I'll never be exactly like them. I'll never be at their at the same level as they will, because no matter what I create, even if it's like quality, it'll never be exactly the same as what they created. It's like you envy this person so much for their talent, and you want to be them so much. Yeah, you want to be them so much, but it's like you have so much respect for their work that you don't want to imitate them. You want to know what was inside their mind. You want to see what they saw. And you want to understand what they understood. And I feel like that was something that David Lynch did, was he understood the human condition so well. He understood the ordinary and the mundane, you know? He understood that even the quietest towns had their own secrets. And that's something he understood, was the fading American dream, you know, American decline, and the darkness that lurks within the small towns. As somebody who grew up in the wilderness in New Jersey, I got to see so many towns just be abandoned and people just move away because even the smallest towns have their own baggage. Isn't that strange? Yeah, I'm from New Jersey, you didn't know that? New Jersey is very interesting because there are a lot of you didn't figure that out yet? I don't even remember what I was talking about. Yeah. Isn't it so strange that there are just so many parts of New Jersey that are just straight up abandoned? There are a lot of abandoned factories too. There was even a factory near where I live that made steel. There was a factory that made steel during the Revolutionary War, and it was so massive. It was huge, but it was abandoned, just completely empty, and it was just sitting there like a corpse that had been left out for people to like look at and feel saddened that nobody's going to bury it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's some people who are so attached to their homes that they won't leave even if it's falling apart. Isn't that horrific in its own right? It's almost like that's actually kind of impressive. I mean, if that's where they want to be, if that's where they want to be, then I'd say let them. You want to know something that I've always thought? I always thought that these old buildings are in a way like an aging person. As somebody who doesn't age, as somebody who doesn't age, but I see so many people grow old. It's alright. I was gonna end stream in a little bit anyway, so. But, you know, I see people grow old and it's like their bodies just start to fall apart, and you know, a lot of people get real sad about that because maybe you see people with failing bodies and it's like you knew that there was a youthful person there before. And I feel like a lot of older people feel very trapped in their own body because their body doesn't move the way it used to. And things hurt. And you know, they just don't have the energy they used to. And I also think that's something that's not talked about is just how many elderly people are very depressed. Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of them might have lived lived rough lives. You know, we know so many more things about what's good and how to maintain our bodies now. We have better healthcare now than ever, and we have so much knowledge. And people are doing more preventative health care too. You know, they're staying on top of their physicals. They're taking care of their mental health. I do think a lot of health issues are connected to mental health. Yes. Yes, definitely. Also, I think being lonely can make you really unhealthy too. Yeah, take care of yourself. Like, okay, this is what I want you all to do for me, okay? If the weather is nice where you are tomorrow, and you have the energy to, go outside. Like, go touch grass. That's my challenge. Yeah, it can be easy to get trapped in solitude, but just force yourself to go out, trust me. That's my homework. You just go touch grass. Go find a local park near you and walk around, pet some dogs, and just enjoy the fresh air. That was a cat. Oh. Go touch grass. Enjoy the sun, but wear sunscreen and take a water bottle with you. That's really all I have to say. Okay? Alright, I will see you all later. Okay? Bye-bye.